Hey everybody, what's up? You're probably wondering why I've been doing videos from this position for a while. The reason being is my nephew's here and my nearest 18-year-old nephew, and he's spending kind of a bit of vacation here. And also, I don't know if he's going to get up and interrupt or something like that. Right now he's asleep. Apparently he went to sleep around 7:30 or something like that this morning. He stayed up most of the night, so what are you going to do? But hey, it's his vacation. He's done with school. He's just got to wait till the 23rd of this month to graduate officially, and he's done. But anyway, and besides that, let's talk a little WWE news. I'm sure Sean's View Entertainment has told you about this. I'm sure you've read this on the I'm sure the rest of you at the IWC and YWC have read about this, have heard about it. But apparently, a few things have happened backstage have come out of Raw this past Monday. Backstage. One, and this is not a good sign, obviously, but one is Ryback getting no crowd reaction at the end of Raw when he came out at the end after the six-man tag. Apparently he didn't get no crowd reaction, and that wasn't according to some backstage sources. Apparently that wasn't a good sign for Ryback, that he didn't get no crowd reaction. And a lot of people still, and the reason for this is, and the way some people here at the IWC and the YWC look at this, and I'm sure a lot of the insiders of pro wrestling look at this, and I'm sure some WWE insiders are looking at this, it's because basically you're trying to force Ryback to be a heel when you were just getting him over as a babyface. It doesn't make sense. It's like, why all of a sudden would you want to make him heel when you were getting him over as a babyface? It doesn't make sense. I mean, we all understand you need somebody to challenge John Cena for the title. Rock's out of commission right now, so you need somebody to challenge John Cena. Next best option, obviously, is Ryback. But then again, some people would think, well, wait a minute, if you're going to have somebody challenge John Cena, then why not the guy that is a heel, that's a natural heel, someone that won and beat Ryback at Mania, and that being Mark Henry? Why not go in that direction? Well, apparently they don't want to, and I guess, according to other backstage sources, this is something that Ryback's been wanting, so they gave it to him. And I think in a sense the reason they gave it to him is, I'm guessing, just my opinion as a fan, is I'm guessing they're hoping he realizes that, hey, you see the reaction you're getting? You're not getting that much of a reaction as a heel. So guess what? This is why we made you a babyface. This is why we made you do the things you did. So, but again, we could be wrong, but who knows? But apparently that's one item that came out of Raw this past Monday night. Another item, of course, concerning John Cena is his heel injury. Apparently it was not Achilles tendon, as originally reported, but it was just a bruised heel, a deeply bruised heel. And that is why he's being protected, that even though it's a bruised heel, if you will, that they want to basically keep him protected and not have him work as much. But it's not as bad, and he's expected to work through it. So that's, if you're a John Cena fan, that's a bit of a good news. It's a bruised heel, it's not a tear, or it's not an Achilles tendon tear, or whatever. But then if you're a fan of Dolph Ziggler and company, and who obviously isn't a fan of Dolph Ziggler, apparently, I didn't even know this was being discussed or even talked about, but apparently it's being talked about again after this past Monday, and that is to have Dolph and company all hold singles championships. That's right. Word is they want word is going around is WWE officials backstage are considering having Dolph Ziggler, having AJ and Big E both hold singles championships along with Dolph. Now, some people might think, well, Big E's already a champion. That's true, he is, but the NXT title is not acknowledged on Raw or SmackDown. The NXT Championship, along with the NXT Tag titles, and probably down the line the NXT Women's title, are not going to be acknowledged because that's like FCW. That's basically NXT is FCW. And did they ever acknowledge FCW titles? No, they didn't. So, I mean, only when they go down, only when you have people like Ziggler or AJ go down and compete along with Big E in NXT, will you get will you get it acknowledged right then and there. So, anyway, that's basically the rumor going around, and of course, AJ's singles championship will be the Divas title if they go through with it. And Big E apparently is going to be targeting the United States title. Now, this might be good news if you consider it, because it would actually put some more importance, actually put focus on the Divas division, as well as possibly put some focus on the United States Championship division, if you know what I mean. Because when you think about it, because you think about it, when you've had, I guess you could call them power couples, both power couples or stables or factions all holding championships, basically the championships that are now looked at as not being as important or not being as featured prominently or as they should be, those championships are usually featured more often. They're usually more acknowledged. They have more importance put back on them. And I'm guessing that with this plan possibly being put back into place to have AJ and Langston both hold singles titles along with Dolph, that they'll hope that they hope they hope it'll put some importance and put the spotlight back on those titles. Basically, make them more meaningful. Because remember when Edge and Lita held the women's and the WWE Championship, the women's title was meaningful. It had some meaning. And sorry about that. I didn't mean for you guys to see that part. That was my fault. Especially also the same goes for Triple H and Stephanie. When they both had a championship, Stephanie was the women's, Triple H was the WWE. It put more importance on the WWE title. You kind of get what I'm saying. Even the secondary titles were always made important again. Always were featured again. So, to me, because again, you take a look at factions like, say, Evolution. When Evolution held all the titles, they were important. There was some importance to it. So, to me, that's what I'm thinking these WWE officials are hoping will happen. Now with this plan obviously back, on the forefront, back in place, being talked about again. So that's what they're hoping will occur. One other final item is apparently Summer Rae is now going to be a regular Fandango. WWE.com did some acknowledgement on her, so it looks like she's going to be part of will be with Fandango now, and I wouldn't be surprised if in the near future she does start competing in the ring. So Yeah, that's basically all the news that's come out of the WWE this past week, especially out of Raw this past week. Um, this Friday, we're gonna get the next step in possibly finding out what else is going to be happening. I mean, rumor obviously is the Shield is going to go after the tag titles, and from what we understand, if you've read the spoilers or not, that's going to be even further acknowledged this coming Friday. So look forward to that. And as far as main event goes tonight, we are going to have the U.S. title match, and then the match that comes after that is going to be Slater versus Gabriel. So definitely look forward to those matches tonight as well. But that's about it. Again, that's all the WWE news I can give you, and I will talk to you all